Hello and welcome back to another Talking Tale video. In today's one, we're going to be looking at the TMNT, the Archie Adventures, issue number 2. Okay, so with the last issue, I was trying to be nice with it because it was the first issue and it was based off the show, and there were some little errors in there with how that stuff from the show was and how it was presented in the comics was different, but no, nothing too bad there. But I'd say the biggest problem with that issue was the pacing, and my god, it did not improve in this issue whatsoever. Somehow it got worse, which is shocking and surprising. So yeah, and this issue is dealing with the half of episode 2, half of episode 4, and all of episode 3. So it's a pretty packed out issue, and it's just I don't know what to really say, because some of it is readable and then some of it is just so bizarre of how they present it. So yeah, okay, so really first bit, we are on the bit with the robots, and yeah, so okay, so I have to go through this chapter by chapter with this bit. So this is for chapter 2, I want to say. And yeah, so this one with this chapter, we're dealing with the Turtles fighting the robots, the Turtles freeing Mars Splinter, and then fighting Bill Rocksteady in the park. And it was okay, I want to say there wasn't really anything I could really talk about because it happened in the show, and I just feel like I'd just be reviewing the show at this point. And again, it was definitely going a lot faster than the show, and there were some bits which yeah, I don't know what to really say because I mean, there was one bit where I'm going to see Leonardo who says, "Oh yes, I need to concentrate." He just runs around the robots and cuts the robot in half, and yeah, I guess I need to concentrate, but it seems so weird. But it's just "Oh yes, I need to concentrate now," and it's just, oh man. And then yeah, so I'd say that for the most part, chapter 2 was very rushed, but it went at a decent pace. Then we go into chapter 3. Ah, man, it gets worse, way worse. So this one is the one where it introduces Baxter Stockman and all the stuff with the mouses and stuff like that. In the episode, it was actually a pretty decent episode, I want to say. But seeing it here, there was a lot of stuff I was cut out, and I think that's just due to the how many pages it got, and I couldn't spend so much time on it, which is understandable. But at the same time, with some errors and cuts which are made, it's just you might also just made the full episode instead, because I'm doing get to see Mars Splinter find the mouses in the sewers, but with how they present the story, with how they're fighting them, it's so bad. It's awful, because and you get to see Turtles come in and be like, "We'll get your master," and then literally in the next panel, all the mouses are defeated. And I'm lost for words at this moment, because normally at least I have I want to say at least 2 or 3 panels of them fighting, but no, they didn't even include that. And then even later when they're doing the other stuff with the the fur and all that, the mouses in April's apartment, it's just so rushed. I just couldn't believe what I was reading, and it's just so annoying considering what we saw in the episode was actually pretty decent, and then he goes on like this, and it's just not really telling the story. It's just annoying and frustrating. How did they release this? And there was other parts where they were also speeding up things, where we got to see Mikey versus Shredder, but then with the stuff outside, they weren't building that stuff up with the Toes versus Mouses outside. There was just no, the pacing was awful, and there's no stakes in this episode whatsoever. It just felt so rushed. I don't see how any kids of the 80s could read this and enjoy this. I just can't believe it. So yeah, that was it for chapter 3. For the most part, very rushed. A lot of stuff I was cut out, which I definitely feel like they needed to put in here just so that it can actually make for a decent story and not just a very rushed story where major parts from this issue are missing. So a very, very disappointing start to start off with. But then chapter 4, I want to say this one is. So this one is dealing with the neutrinos, which I was somewhat curious to see if they would include this issue in this like story, because I'd just say that out of all the episodes, I'd just say that the episode 4 was the weakest one from that first season, and I'd say that like the whole story was very skippable and something which you probably didn't really need to include in the story. But I'm enjoying how they are including all the episodes, and with this one is half the story, so I can't really say all too much just yet, just because, you know, the story isn't fully complete just yet. But I'd say that going off of episode 3, it's not looking good. I just don't want to read it at this point. But for this bit, we do get Sabertools to bring up the van up to back someone's workshop. They, build a pilot wagon out, and then they bring the van down, and then also Shredder goes into the portal room to bring in the stone soldiers, but instead accidentally brings over the neutrinos, and that's where we do leave things off. And I don't know what to really say, because I want to like this because it is that version of Turtles, and the episodes themselves are pretty good episodes. But looking at how they butchered everything here just to like speed things, like everything up and cutting things out, I can't say that I'm looking forward to the final issue. The only upside to it being the final issue is the fact that it's the final issue for the series. So that's the only good thing, and that's like a very low standard, I'd say, for this episode or issue, really. And I'm so glad that the comic books have come a long way since then, and I just can't believe what was put in this issue. Now, with the artwork, I can't remember what I said about the artwork in the last issue, but I'd say that for the most part for this issue, it was pretty decent. I'd just say that because this art style doesn't represent the virtual Turtles that well, it is a lot easier to say that, yeah, this is not the 87 Turtles, which very easily, which is a really good thing. But I'd say that I do like it enough where it's able to define its own universe without being constricted to being the 87 universe, but with everything, I don't know, it's just like, it's good enough, I would say. And the writing is just, it's just so mind-boggling, just because they had the access to the original episodes, and they could watch them actually produce the comics a lot faster than they could make the TV episodes. It's just so bizarre how they was able to screw up everything so badly, and yet we still got one more issue to go, and I just couldn't care less about it. And this is coming from a person who likes Timothy, and come on. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below what you think about this issue. Do you like it? Do you not? I highly doubt it. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below. And yeah, that's going for today, guys. If it doesn't, please share. Let's just grab on stuff. Goodbye, yo, bye.